Yo, copywriting day 215. In terms of like what I actually did today, I was away for most of the day, so I didn't actually send an outreach today. But for the like, I didn't actually get it for the outreach that I sent the last few days. It hasn't got a response yet, and that's basically it for like what I've done. Um, oh yeah, so a guy asked me a question on my old video on like how I do outreach and stuff like that, and I'll just answer that in this video just to like clarify it. I just wanted to say too, like I don't do that same outreach now anymore, but it did work. So like if you do that outreach, the kind of results you can expect is like per 150 outreach, you'll get like between 10 to 15 positive responses and maybe one booked call. I got a booked call basically every like 200 outreach, if that makes sense. So that's what you can expect if you use that like method or whatever. And yeah, so I'll just explain how I did it. So I'll just pull up my screen. So yeah, so hide this shit. Oh wait, you can still see me, I think. Yeah. So um, where's the question? Here it is. So it was just like, yo, have this question. Is it normal to have things go like when I want to outreach, for example, I have 20 people in follow up two when I finish them. I see that 20 people from follow up one also appear on the same day. That's equal, which equals 40 follow ups per day. And that stops him from outreaching to 20 new prospects in a single day because the max outreach you can do is 50. So basically, the way I did it was I had three email accounts. I don't know if I've said that in that last video. I can't remember because I didn't watch it. But basically, how I handled the volume was I had 10, or no, three email accounts, and I do 10 outreach per day on each one. So I'll just do an example for if you have one email account, and I'm leaving out Tuesday and Thursday because it's just I probably should have actually included that here as well. But basically, I'll just explain how the process works so that it doesn't overlap. So pretend you're starting out this week and you send 10 outreach on Monday. What will happen is by the time you get to Wednesday, you'll have 10 follow ups to do on Wednesday. So the follow ups for Monday, number one. So Monday's first follow up. And then you'll have your normal 10 outreach. So that's 20 emails for Wednesday. And then by the time you get to Friday, you'll have the second follow up for Monday, and the first follow up for Wednesday, which is 10 outreach plus 20 follow ups, which is just 30. That's 30 emails. And then on Sunday, so like what I used to do was I wouldn't do outreach on Saturday and Sunday. I'd only lead source. So what that means is the build up of the follow ups. You know what? See if you kept doing outreach, it would just keep building up and up and up. You know what I mean? And you'd end up having to. Some days you'd have like 50 follow ups. Some days you'd have like I don't know. I don't know what the cap would be, but you'd have a lot of follow ups to do if you didn't give it a break. So if you whenever you don't outreach on Saturday and Sunday, that lets the amount of follow ups you do like go down a bit. You know what I mean? So basically, on Sunday you'll have 30 follow ups. So you'll have Monday's third and final follow up, Wednesday's second follow up, and Friday's first follow up. And again, yeah, so that's 30 emails each day. You know what I mean? So that the most amount of emails you'll send in a day on one account is 30. And how it works is on Wednesday then, so like you see the way it says Wednesday number two. So Wednesday, so if we keep going like it further and just model it out into the future, uh, on Tuesday you'll have 30, let me think. Tuesday you'll have 10 follow-ups from Wednesday, 10 follow-ups from Friday. And that's basically it. Yeah. So on Tuesday you'll have 10 outreach and 20 follow-ups. And what those follow-ups consist of is just the third and final follow-up for Wednesday, and then the second one for Friday. And then it just repeats the process. So like then the next day, I'm just showing you how the follow-ups fizzle out. This strategy I was doing, like I calculated it all in ChatGPT, And basically it was ChatGPT told me that you'll never send more than 30 follow-ups in a day if you follow it consistently. So what it means is you do Monday to Friday on each email account, uh, or like on a single email account or whatever. Monday to Friday, you send 10 outreaches, and then just do the like, what's it called? Like the follow-ups needed for all of these outreaches. So 3 follow-ups per one, and you'll never go over 30 follow-ups. That's basically all you need to know. And as I said, as I assume I said in the last video, what I do was, yes, so Saturday and Sunday is just lead sourcing plus follow-ups. So Monday to Friday is fuck man, this is actually kind of confusing. So yeah, Monday to Friday is outreach and follow-up. Saturday to Sunday is just follow-ups and lead sourcing. And then I basically just did that on 3 accounts. So the Monday to Friday, this thing here, I did that on 3 accounts, which was 3 accounts multiplied by 50 is 150 outreach per week, and then 450 follow-ups. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't know if this made sense. I'm not like the best at explaining shit. Actually, I'm not. I'm pretty good at explaining shit, but this is just kind of complicated. So I don't know. Maybe if you replay the video a few times just to understand it, it'll make sense. I didn't include it for Tuesday and Thursday because it's the same thing. Like if you just type out the whole strategy or whatever into ChatGPT, and it'll do all the calculation for you. And if you look at that last video, I'm pretty sure I did have it calculated. Like I showed the like the maths behind it or whatever. But yeah, so this is basically how it works, and it doesn't overlap. What I think you were doing was you were doing 20 like on one single account, you were doing 20 outreach. So if you just follow it with that model, you're right. Like if you had doubled the if you did double the outreach, on Wednesday you'd be doing 40 instead of 20, and on Friday you'd be doing 60 follow-ups instead of 30. You know what I mean? So that's probably how you're going over the limit. So basically, if you wanted to do it that way with one account, you can only do 10 outreach per day. But yeah, that's basically it. So I hope that answered the question. And wait a minute, I hope my camera was visible that whole time. But yeah, that's basically it. So if you have any other questions and stuff like that, just go ahead in the comments or on Telegram, and yeah, I'll see you.